Kilo 9 Sierra Victor Lima.
Sierra Victor Lima, Roger. What's the name?
John.
Well, John, you'll be happy to know I have a pen that I can read. My writing pen usually is, I'm writing in Braille a lot of times. And there's not much light on this set, and usually these pens don't put up a broad enough mark to really be able to read. But I can read this one, so that's great. What radio are you running, John?
I'm on a Kenwood 990.
Let's see. I tell you what, John. Why don't we do this? Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and I'll look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Okay. Yeah, I've got.
For us, Roger.
Okay. Yeah, I've got antennas. It's an Alpha Delta. Goes from 80 meters. And then I've got a stepper urban beam, which runs 6 to 40 meters. On 30 and 40 meters, it's a folded dipole, basically omnidirectional. And I also have a vertical, multi-band vertical, goes 10 to 80 meters. Back to you, K9SVL.
Roger, John. Whereabouts are you located, sir? What's your location?
I'm almost smack dab in the middle of Indiana.
Give me a state.
Yeah, Indiana.
Yes, sir. And what was that radio that you're running now?
It's a Kenwood TS-990.
Yes, sir. And what would be the age of that radio? Is it fairly new?
Oh, I got to imagine it's probably 7 or 8 years old now.
Roger. Close enough to have a selectable band width, TBW. We want the 100 to 2900 if you can do that. 100 to 2900 on your transmit bandwidth, called wide.
Okay, just a moment here.
So what we could do, that would be in transmit sideband in that area, Roger.
Okay, I've got it on 100 to 2900 now on transmit.
Excellent. Is that where it was?
No, it was 300 to 3000.
Roger that. Okay, so we're in that wide mode. It's the wide mode is 100 to 2900, and that 2900 gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. So that's why we want that in the wide mode, 100 to 2900. All right. So past that, then we want to go to our compressor processor, and we want that on, but at a 3 out of 10. Or 30 out of 100, just, a third of the capabilities of that compressor processor, Roger?
Okay, would that be on the in or the out or both?
Set the out to 50, or medium, 50, whatever. If it's nomenclature 0 to 100, make it 50. It's 0 to 10, make it 5. Just a middle position for the output, and a 30 or 3 or whatever it is, just a third of the input level, Roger?
Okay, it's on 3 on the input and 5 on the output.
Excellent. Okay, so now make sure it's on also, Roger.
Oh, yeah, it's on.
Okay, sir, then move to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word audio, don't stress it, just say it as you would say any other word in a QSO, and adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. So it's the magic word audio, and adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is running 7 or 2/3. Roger?
Okay. Okay, you want me to... I'm not sure which... would that be one of the processor levels?
No, that's your mic level control. Your main mic level control. Roger, roger.
Oh, okay. I've got it. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4... Hello, testing. K9SVL testing. It's moving on the ALC, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's coming up. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's probably coming up around 7. I think it's about 3/4 of the way on the ALC meter.
Okay, John, listen, the word is audio. If you can say that word, audio, speak it just as you would speak any other word in the QSO. Don't stress it, just say it, audio, and then adjust your mic level until you're running 7 or 2/3 on your ALC meter. We have this word that's a pure tone, and it's so easy to set that level. Audio gives you a steady meter reading, and then you just adjust your mic level until it's running in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3.
Okay. Audio, 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 audio. That's about it right there.
Okay, so the best part about that word is the Don't worry about the rest of it. We're just looking for that and I think you may be hot. What the sweet spot is, if you look at that ALC meter, it's got one side and it's got the other side, and the other side is you're into the red. We don't want that. So if you consider the red is one side and the middle the other side, we want to be halfway to full. In other words, we want to be halfway between halfway and full. Roger?
Okay, well, I may need to back off a little, I think.
Yes, sir. Now, why don't you tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, Roger?
Well, with this radio, it's got so many features. It's just always a learning experience. Every once in a while, I'll get out the manuals, or I'll start browsing the internet and try and find things that people have done with this model radio, and then I'll set out and try and duplicate it over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just though, remember, if that's your main radio, you want to exercise caution when you're in there modifying. And, there's an old adage that says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And a lot of times that's true. I mean, I used to work on radios, but now, I open a radio, I see these little round things in there. They don't look like nothing but little round things between things. And they're actually components that are, just minusculely sized things that don't even look like something that you would work on, and you wouldn't if you hadn't. You better not anyway, because it's very easy to damage the radios. But now, if you have a secondary radio that has been through it, and you feel free that it may not work out, then that would be another thing. Okay, so what I want you to do now is go to your equalizer page, your tone control control, equalizer, whatever they may call it. Roger, Roger.
Okay, just a moment.
This is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. And John is trying to, I'm not sure what John's doing. He's going to his equalizer page.
His radio sounds good.
We'll make him sound a little better. Ballistically, we got him ironed out ballistically. That's with the AOC meter, and getting him into that sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. So we have him at 3 dB dynamic range, which means his average percent of peak modulation is running between 80 and 85%, which is a nice fat signal with no distortion. Now we're going to put some top-end EQ for intelligibility in there. See how that goes. John, did you find your EQ page, sir?
I know it's here because I've been there before, but I'm having a little trouble finding it. Sometimes these menu levels, they get a little confusing.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. So this would be in your, where everything is there, and this would be called equalization control, EQ. Equalization control, and we'll find out. Usually that is on past the transverse sideband, and then the next step would be EQ control. Roger?
Copy that.
Be interesting to get in there and to see what kind of equalizer you have, and if you have a P set of controls. A lot of radios have a P set of controls. If you happen to be in the compressor processor mode, then the equalizer defers to the P set of controls. John, I tell you what, I could give you some notes if you wanted to take notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're, in the equalizer page, and the first thing I want you to do is look around to see if you have, indeed, a P set of controls in your equalizer area. Those P set of controls will be what we will be using because we do have the compressor processor on. So when you have the compressor processor on, your equalizer defers to the P set of controls. All right, so, and this is very important because you can spend a lifetime EQing less than P set of controls, and it's not going to do anything. You have to be in the P set of controls for it to work. Okay, so say that's occurring, and you do have a P set of controls, and we want if it's a 3-band EQ, we want the middle EQ 2 to be flat or off. In other words, our mid-range EQ control, we don't want it to be cut nor boost. We want it flat or off. Okay, so number 2 EQ control is off or flat. Then we move to a number 3, which will be your treble control. And what we want on that is if you can adjust the frequency of EQ3, we want that to be 2.7 kilohertz. 2.7 kilohertz as far as the frequency is concerned. Then if you have a width control, we want the width control to be at a 4. So here you have this EQ3, which is a treble control. We have it on the 2.7 kilohertz frequency. We have it on a 4 width, and we want to boost it by, say, 6 clicks. 6 clicks boost from where you are on your number 3 EQ control with a 4 width. Okay, so having done that, then we go back to equalizer 1, which is your base control. And we want to set that base control at, if you can, at 200 hertz. 200 hertz on your base control at a -5, with a width of 4. Width of 4 again, -5 clicks at 200 hertz. Roger?
Okay, I am into the transmit equalizer.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So take a look. Do you have a P set of controls?
Well, what it shows are, for single sideband mode, it shows a whole list of effects, what it calls effects. And these are called like high boost 1, high boost 2, form and pass, which is where I have the radio set, bass boost 1, bass boost 2, conventional, and then there's 3 user effects that you can do yourself.
All right, so let's so you don't have actual controls, you just have like high boost selections. Let's try that high boost selection and see what that sounds like.
Okay, I think I'm on that high boost, what's called high boost 1. Over.
Oh yeah, I would run definitely with that. I definitely would run with that. Now I want you to let's go back to your ALC meter. Anytime you make a change in the chain of audio, you need to go back to your ALC meter and double check that your level is still where it needs to be. So reset your ALC level as we did earlier. Roger?
Roger, hang on a second. Audio. It's way higher than it was before.
All right, so you're on your mic gain control. Take it, pull it back to when you say audio. Adjust your mic gain. Don't try to adjust it with your voice. Adjust it with your mic level. And as you say the word audio, looking at your ALC meter, and just adjust your mic level control to where that ALC meter is sitting right there at 7 or 2/3 in the sweet spot. Roger.
Roger. Audio. Okay, I think I've got it.
Okay, so now tell me about your antenna system once again, Roger.
Okay, I have a multi-band wire dipole antenna that works 10 to 80 meters. It's an alpha delta. I have a 10 to 80 meter vertical antenna, and I also have a stepper urban beam antenna, which runs 6 meters to 40 meters. On 30 and 40 meters, it's a folded dipole. And on the other bands, it's a 2-element Yagi. Over. Back to you.
Roger, Roger. And gosh, did we ever get that bottom end? We have that bottom EQ number 1 at 200 hertz, width of 4, and the level is -5. Is that Roger?
Wait, run that by me again.
Okay, so I'm not sure that we got to EQ1 complete. EQ1 is the base control. We want that set at 200 hertz. 200 hertz, width of 4, and tell me what the level is.
I don't remember doing that.
Okay, so let's do that then. Do you see EQ1, peak control EQ1?
You mean in the equalizer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Equalizer 1. You have 3 equalizers. You have a bass, a mid, and a treble. So we've done the mid, so we did the treble. And what we want to do is come back to the bass. And we want, if you can input the frequency on the bass EQ control 1, we wanted 200 cycles. 200 cycles. Then a width of 4. Width of 4. And I'm just curious what the level is as far as attenuate or boost on EQ1.
Well, if I go into the individual equalizer settings for the effect I chose there, High Boost 1, it's called, there are about a dozen different level settings across, going from 0 to 5.1 kilohertz. And these things form a curve. It looks like it kind of peaks in the midtones. And as you get down to the base, it drops off some, and you get up to the high end, it drops off some as well.
Roger, John. Okay, I think it sounds fairly close where it is. And I forgot that you were having to use a high boost and not an actual EQ control pot as such. So I would just run it like you are. I might try coming closer to a microphone by maybe an inch or two from where you are, just a little bit closer. Let me hear you that way, and take your responses down time-wise to about 10 seconds. When you get long, things get lost in the translation. So I'm only listening for about 10 seconds of your transmission to get an idea of where we are. Roger.
Roger. Yeah. Okay. Very good. And okay. 10. Back to you.
Roger, Roger. So what I want you to do is, your ALC meter is the Bible for that radio, and you know where the sweet spot is. There's 7 or 2/3 on that meter. So what you have to do, as you're talking to your friends and neighbors, is you have to do something, to occupy your time. So if you leave your ALC meter out, and you're looking at your ALC meter as you're talking, the idea is that you want to try to keep your voice peaks in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3 as much as possible. So that's why I'm saying if you leave your ALC meter out, you can do that, and over a period of a week or two, you will have developed a relationship between you and the meter that you can keep that meter in the sweet spot just by your voice. So I would say, come back and tell me something I don't know, but be looking at your ALC meter and try to keep that meter in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3 on the ALC meter. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, I picked up the 990, like I said, probably about 7 years ago. Prior to that, I had a Kenwood TS-2000 and a Yaesu FT-991.
Yes, sir. I would run it just like that. It just sounds so beautiful. And I'm copying the mail on my 7300. And, the 7300 has frequency response down to 100 cycles. So you sound just beautiful down there and up on the top end. So I would say that High Boost 1, unless you have a High Boost 2, which is even more on the top end. Do you have a High Boost 2?
Yeah, let me switch to that one.
Hey, dummy.
Okay, I'm on High Boost 2.
Okay, so tell me something I don't know for about 10 or 15 seconds.
Okay, I've also got an ICOM IC9100. I don't use it a lot, but it came my way, and I just couldn't turn it down. So back to you.
Yes, sir. I would run it just like that, High Boost 2. If that's what you're in, however you have it, I would just leave it exactly like that because you're sounding beautiful. And now that we've got you all up there sounding great, why don't you tell me about the best thing you like about ham radio?
Hey, dummy.
Well, I've always liked radios, even from the time I was a little kid. I used to have an old AM tube radio, and my bedroom was up on the second floor, and I would drop a long wire out my bedroom window, and I'd listen to all those AM stations. That got me interested in radio, but I like talking to people, either locally or around the world. Had a lot of good contacts. I think maybe the social aspect of radio is my favorite thing. Back to you.
Yes, sir, John. Well, gosh, one other thing, and I think you will have obtained the best-sounding station possible, and that is a foam windscreen. Foam windscreens are so nice because they take all the wind transients and roll them away before they get to the mic element. And so it leaves the mic with just the job of translating your voice to electron impulses without having to deal with all these wind currents that are coming from your mouth as you speak. So I would suggest, a foam windscreen. They're only about $4 or $5. You can get them at your local music store or almost anywhere, and just slip it on your mic, and away you go. What mic are you running right now?
It's a Heil PR781.
Yes, sir. Well, I would do that. I heard a little plosive there, and these foam windscreens are just unbelievable as far as straightening out the audio and just letting the words come through without any kind of wind currents. Roger.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I'll find one. I know I don't have one because I've looked for it before, and I've got one on my other Heil mic that's hooked up to a different radio. But I'll find one. Over.
Roger. And be sure it's a foam windscreen now. A lot of people are trying handkerchiefs and towels and old socks. I hope they're clean. And they work, but they also have a tendency to roll the upper end of the audio spectrum off. They're not as clean as a foam windscreen. A foam windscreen doesn't do any kind of rolling off of the top frequencies. It lets all the audio pass through, but it rechannels the wind currents away from the element. Roger?
Oh, Roger. Okay. Well, listen, I really appreciate your help, and you're doing a great service here. So 73. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think just run it like that. I think you'd just be absolutely beautiful. And if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do that call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor followed by the word logbook, it'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,500, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So 73 there, John, and we'll catch you later, sir. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.